wisdom,
prudentia,
justice,
justitia,
temperance,
temperantia,
courage.
fortitudo.
Applying ancient philosophy to modern life, this is the Sunday Stoic.
Welcome to the porch. I'm recording this as crudely as possible with a recorder in my hand. A storm just blew through. I'm sorry you missed the heart of it. You may be able to pick up the rumblings of it in the background. I just got back from vacation in Michigan. Let me turn the microphone up a little bit here. Up. Alright, there we go. Up, down a little bit. I just got back from vacation in Michigan, where we went for a week and enjoyed the cooler temperatures of the northern part of the United States before heading back to Arkansas. It was great to see family and to enjoy some time out in nature on a boat and just sit back and enjoy company. On the way back, I listened to the Art of Manliness podcast, which is a podcast I advise anyone with an interest in. You can be of any gender and enjoy the podcast. Don't let the title scare you off. But it's a podcast about self-improvement and different ways of looking at the world. And they talked to a gentleman who is involved in the Stockdale course put on by the Naval War College. James Stockdale is someone we should discuss further, but was one of the highest-ranking naval officers shot down and captured in the Vietnam War. And he was held captive at the Hanoi Hilton, a famous prison. I'll just call it a prison camp. And he was also a fan of Stoicism, which helped him to survive his ordeal. And they've created a course based on the philosophy that he used to help him get through those harrowing times, because he claimed that his philosophical training was more powerful at helping him get through his ordeal than his military training. That's something that should be really impressive to those of us trying to study philosophy. Hopefully we don't have to undergo the kinds of trials he did, but we can use philosophical training nonetheless to live a more fulfilled, happy, content, and meaningful life without letting the things that happen to us dictate who we are. And that's exactly what he did. And the thing I want to talk about today, just briefly, this is, like I said, a somewhat informal episode without any notes, without anything like that. I'm just on the porch watching the storm roll by. I want to talk about the Stockdale Paradox. The Stockdale Paradox is named after James Stockdale, of course, something he observed. That the optimists were often the first to fail and die in that prison camp. Those who would say, oh, I'm a prisoner, but it'll be okay, I'll be out of here soon, I'll be out by Christmas. Then Christmas came and went, okay, I'll be out by Easter. Then Easter came and went. Pretty soon that optimism runs low, and reality seems to crush them and to break their spirit, and they succumb. Instead of blind optimism, Stockdale had faith, I think is how he put it. What we might call informed optimism or stoic optimism. He felt that there were things in his power, things that were not in his power. He was going to make the best of the things that he could control, which was not much, but what he could control, he would make the best of. He was going to make this challenging experience a life-defining experience. He could almost project forward in time to what his future self would be like and know that this experience now is what is going to shape that man of the future. And he could let it crush him and make him a wreck in the future, or he could make it an experience that might make him a better person. And that's what he tried to do. He had faith that he would get out but he didn't set a date on it. He said he had faith that he could get out one day, but to set unrealistic expectations is to ignore reality, is to ignore, kind of like the Stoics would say, to fly in the face of nature, to go against nature. I know I'm here. I know it's for a long time. It's not in my power when I get out. I must focus on the things that are in my power and try to use this experience to grow. We could do that in our own lives. Perhaps we get fired. Perhaps we get fired and it's even our fault. Maybe we did something wrong. Perhaps it wasn't our fault. Maybe we get in a car wreck. Maybe our father dies, right? Or whatever it may be. We can use these events to grow. They may be challenging events. They will be challenging events. They will be, life is hard. And these events will be hard, and they suck, right? They're not things you want to go through, but they are things that nature demands we go through. And do you want to come out of those events the same as you are now, or you were before, worse than you were before, or maybe better than you were before? Make that challenge a life-defining event, that turning point where you made a change for the better. Maybe you start donating to charity in your father's name, or whatever it may be, after he passes away. Or maybe you make it a point to be there for your mom more often after he's gone, right? Something like that. Something that you can latch on to, that you can do actively to make this challenging event turn out to have some good in it. The silver lining in the cloud, if you will. So that Stockdale Paradox, the idea that the optimists are often the first to fail. I'm the best at this. I'm going to be great at this. I'm going to be wonderful tonight at the play I'm putting on, or whatever event you want to insert here. Whereas the realist looks at the ugly face of reality right in the eye and says, ugh, this is going to be hard. This might not work out well, but I'm going to learn from this. And every day I'm going to practice excellence in whatever I can, so that overall when I get out of here, I will be a little bit better than when I started. I will be more attuned to nature. I will have more self-control. And I'll be a better person. That's enough unscripted rambling from the Sunday Stoic today. I hope you have a great week. Don't forget to email the show. I really appreciate hearing from you all. And carpe diem.
Thank you for listening to The Sunday Stoic. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and review The Sunday Stoic on iTunes. Become a member of the Sunday Stoic team, earn rewards, and be an integral part of the show by becoming a patron at www.patreon.com/SundayStoic. Contact the show by emailing sundaystoic@gmail.com or by leaving a voicemail at 501-503-3132. To find out more, visit www.sundaystoicpodcast.com. And as Steve always says, carpe diem.